I have my dream job. But even dream jobs have not so dreamy parts. That's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what to do about your busy work, they actually do it. That way your team can focus on what matters. To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com. Hey everyone, welcome to Serve, brought to you by ServiceNow. Day 6 recap. JW in the house, in our house.
Literally in the house.
In our studio. All of things. Mike is in his house back stateside. Techie Sean over to my left. Techie Sean, it's pretty cool. The other night you sat in for JW and you had to do all the stuff you're doing now, plus kind of be there.
Yeah.
Techie Sean and I had like a very Wimbledon experience last night. It was lovely. It was lovely. Came home to the home we found on Airbnb, and my lovely wife, who's here with me with our children, had made dinner for Sean and I.
That's lovely.
Just walk in right before we shot serve. Just bingo bango right there. The problem...
I was going to say, waiting for the...
Yeah. The problem is that my wife is... The problem isn't that she's a vegetarian. It's that she is a vegetarian and tried to make bolognese. Right? So and my wife's a banger of a cook. Like, phenomenal.
Yes.
But I'm like prone to liking salt. She overshot the mark a little bit. And then Sean and I both kind of went in at the same time. And we just like this. And Brooke looks at Sean and goes, "Did I put too much salt on it?" And he was like, "It's good." Sean, honest review, no one's listening. Was there too much salt?
Honest review is I've had maybe 5 or 6 water bottles today to kind of...
I woke up and couldn't open my eyes.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know my name.
Yeah.
This was real bolognese.
Delicious.
This wasn't like plant-based.
No, this was real bolognese.
So she's a vegetarian.
There's like a little Italian market over here. It ends in Vitali, so I keep calling it Dick Vitale's Italian market in Wimbledon Village. But it normally, I mean, she spins magic. She is a great, and she was so nice because she made me bolognese, even though like she can't stand the thought of
I was going to say, that's
cooking
a good
meat
effort.
in a pan.
That's love.
Like
That's
it
love,
is
man.
love. It is love, and it tasted a little bit like salt. Yeah, that's it. Sean, but he put, like, imagine Sean, he was like, it's, like, how is it? And he was like,
The nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, the nicest
Very
person in the
kind.
world.
I cleaned my plate.
You did. We both saw the bottom of our plates.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Can't do that in a Marriott.
You cannot do that. You can't make memories like that at a hotel for sure. Anyways, there was tennis. Unless you want to hear more about Sean's eating. No. Okay. Eala. I mean, one, like, I loved her when she was on the show, and I know we reposted parts of the interview, the full interview. What did we do, Mike? I was texting you from the green room.
Yeah, a little bit of each. We did a couple parts where she talked about, the pressures of facing some of these big name players, which you specifically cited Iga. We did a couple other reposts, but yeah, it was fascinating conversation. It's from March, so just hearing it now in retrospect is even more interesting.
What was your take on it, JW? I mean, she played great. Obviously, beat Iga Świątek 6-2. If she keeps progressing, I think there's going to be like a national holiday week in the Philippines.
You say that we were talking. She came by our studio afterwards. There were watch parties throughout the Philippines, as if this were like the World Cup here. I was really impressed with her tactics, with her sort of subtlety. Iga even said, and she meant this as a compliment, she was like she got in my head, she confused me, she baffled me, there were slow points, she kicked it out wide, she took her time, then she rushed. She's a really confusing player, apart from just being this dynamic star from a sports-starved country. That was a real win. I mean, you're taking down the defending champ. It's center court. You've beaten her before, so that I think gave her some confidence, but she held her nerve, she held it together, and that was a big time win. Apart from the 100 million people in the Philippines are now doing cartwheels, I thought that was just really top shelf quality tennis.
Of the upsets today, the Rybakina one shocked me. The Eala, yes. The Eala one, and you have a different opinion. I want to hear that when we get to that one right now. The Eala one, based on what she does well on this surface, what Iga doesn't like, moving the ball, hitting with pace to spots, and she was hitting behind Iga a lot today and using that tactic very well. Weakest part of Eala's game is her serve. She gets a lot of love as a lefty on grass, being able to kind of hit that can opener on the ad side, not need to actually hit it that hard and have it just work away. And she's so good at kind of picking off that first ball. There's a real fit with what she does well in this surface. I don't think she's near done yet.
Agree. And not Iga's best day. I think it's like 42 unforced errors maybe.
Yeah.
In a match that didn't span that long. I mean, there's some questions there, but no, I will grant you that the Philippine factor has sort of made Eala this darling who probably gets some court assignments sometimes that are beyond her ranking. She is
100%.
a real player, though. This is not hype.
No. I mean, listen, you can always tell, like, someone breaks out at a tournament and you automatically go, like she did last year in Miami, where you go from 150 to whatever she did, 80, 70, 60, whatever it is. You go a year later, and when that person has halved the ranking of the kind of upshoot, they're real. I mean, she is absolutely, she's absolutely here for it. She played fantastic, I thought, today. So you weren't that surprised by the Rybakina result with Elise Mertens beating Elena Rybakina.
Elise Mertens is such a pro.
Totally.
And she's so good on grass. She's a defending doubles champion. She's got nice hands at the net. She's, north of age 30. Just sidebar trivia, her sister is a pilot. So you have a certain amount of poise and, you have a certain amount of sort of self-possession that runs in the family. No, this is just a veteran. She's a tough out. Rybakina has had a hard time closing matches all year since Australia. I wouldn't have called that one, but I don't think that's as big. Which of the two matches do you think that the second seed went out and the third seed went out? Which one do you think is the bigger upset?
I was way more surprised by the Rybakina result than I was the Eala result. I really thought the matchup with Eala and Swiatek, and watching their match last year in Miami, applying a fast surface to that again. Eala's only gotten better. Iga, I mean, it seemed like a little jumpy this week. Even after the first round, and I was maybe wrong, but I mean, they were both obviously like pretty straightforward, but I was more surprised by the Rybakina result. She had 2 aces and 6 double faults.
Yeah, I know.
She
got broken 4 times.
I know that's significant.
All right.
Significant. I don't think anyone was surprised by Maddy Keys beating Anisimova. I mean, I know Maddy Keys has a 26 next to her name this tournament, but when she has the type of pedigree where she wins the week before, like she did last year in Eastbourne, like she did, last year in Australia and Adelaide before going in there. When she has a head of steam going into Grand Slam, I don't care what the ranking says next to her name. She's instantly in the top 6-7 contenders, in my opinion.
Exactly. And I also don't think that we can discount the self-belief that you are capable of winning 7 matches at one site, I think is significant too. But no, she's still, when she's clocking the ball, as she did today, especially in the third set, she can win this tournament.
It was the first time she had ever played on center court. Imagine
is that right?
Yeah. How weird is that?
No way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said it afterwards.
Isn't that nuts?
Even Eala's played. This wasn't her first time. That's crazy.
Them's the facts. She was first time.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, Anisimova obviously coming off the final last year. It's interesting after Wimbledon because you get that hard reset of like points. So like Anisimova at 6, those coming off. I don't know where she goes. The math's in probably below 10, maybe. Iga wins last year, loses those points. She won Cincinnati last year.
That's right.
After Wimbledon, like there's a very real chance that she goes into the U.S. Open like
double-digit seed,
for sure. I mean, we'll see how she goes, but it'll look a little bit different when the draw comes out for the U.S. Open as far as the top players going. Kostyuk rolls, Paolini rolls. Paolini's turned it around. She beat Robin Montgomery from a set and 4-2 down. That was my upset special that I thought was almost an upset. She's come out of nowhere and found some form, JW.
She was barely playing 500 ball on the year, and now here she is back in the second week of a major. She's got to be thrilled with that. But no, I mean, I feel like that happens more times than we probably talk about. Just one little 5-minute interval of tennis. I mean, Francis was talking about too. Francis had that match, I think, in Hollow with Felix. and dug himself out of a hole and suddenly reels off like 7 straight matches. We can get to it. Did not, that winning streak came to an end today, but sometimes the smallest little interval in tennis can really sort of accelerate long-term. Yeah, so Paolini was in big trouble. Robin Montgomery, a very nice player, by the way. Keep an eye on her. But she recovered from that, and now here she is in week 2.
4th round, and it's kind of open season on the bottom half of that draw. Noskova gets through. She's the top seed on the bottom half now at 9. That's
wild.
Kostyuk's in there, Paolini's in there, Eala's in there, Buskova's in there 1 today. It is open, and then the top half, which you're going to see tomorrow, is like murderous row. It's Osaka and Sabalenka and Pegula and Jovic. I mean, it just keeps going. But like that bottom half, someone's going to make a memory down there.
Yep,
like it's open.
Man, Maddie Keys is a name that jumps off the screen or off the page, as it were.
One more thought on Maddie from today. Like mentally, she was as good as I've seen her. There was no stress. She wasn't pissed. Like she lost the first set and just outcompeted her opponent today. I mean, really, really, really stayed in it mentally. Was emoting when she hits good. She's not one that like hits a shot and is come on. Like she was dialed today. She was ready to go.
Thanks for listening to Served. We will be right back. This episode is brought to you by ServiceNow. Look, I have my dream job. I watch tennis, I think about tennis, I talk about tennis, but even dream jobs have not so dreamy parts. The stuff that gets in the way of the actual work. That's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what you should do about your busy work, they actually do it, start to finish. Cases closed, requests handled, no extra work for you. That way, you and your team can focus on the work that matters, which for me is explaining at length why tennis players are the best athletes on earth. Sorry, everyone else on earth. To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com. All right, back to the show.
Men's side, Zverev beats Giron. Caboli has gone at some point, like in the from quarters last year, he's turned from like a flashy player who's fun to watch into a match winner.
What do you think that is? There's a lot of style to his play. He's fun. He's a shot maker. He's athletic. And sort of, a year ago, he had this run to week 2. We sort of say, hey, he's this flashy. There's another Italian coming. And now he's really embedded in the top 10, coming off a great, guy came within a set of winning Roland Garros. And then here he comes and another week 2 showing here at Wimbledon, 5-set win. Lot to like here.
When someone is confident, and then you marry that when someone has figured out fitness, they can stay healthy. They don't give matches away because their legs give out. They can play back to back to back to back to back if they need to. All of that matters. And I was saying today, I don't know, have a better term for it, but I was talking with Jason Goodall in the green room. Like he has morphed into like this match winner where he loses a first set against Hatchinoff at Wimbledon. They're going to the breaker in the second set, and it's like I think I like Caboli in this set. Like in some way, it's just consistent results. He didn't start out like a bat out of hell this year either. Like he worked his way in, but he's become a match winner, especially in the majors. So props to him. Demon beats Schweida. Lehechka gets through. Taylor Fritz. Sonego played like an absolute psychopath in the first.
I was going to say the first 45 minutes. He was like Jannik. He looked like he's going to win.
It was one of those ones. I was on that match with Mike Monaco, and it was like random. The second point of the match, he took a ball that he had no business coming in on, Rip City and forward. I go, oh, okay. And then I was like, okay, was that just like I just came out, and then the next game slicing in out of nowhere, and he had Taylor rattled. Like he served 92% in the first set and was coming in on everything. I mean, it was really impressive. Taylor had a really, really, really mature response, didn't get in over his head, stayed the course, plodded along. These like wins that are unremarkable are everything in a slam. You shouldn't have to play amazingly well to advance to the second week if you're a top 10 player.
Best of 5 helps that math as well, but that's what Taylor does. And he's, he doesn't want to go on and on, but he's not 100% physically, but he's just figuring out how to win. And you look at his draw now. He plays Bublik, to then perhaps play Zverev, who he's absolutely owned.
He's won seven
in a row, right?
He's won 7 in a row against Zverev in a short time frame, going back to 2024 Wimbledon. He's won 7 in a row, but that's a weird stat.
I think he's like 10 and 5 career, 7 in a row over Zverev, including a win here,
a bunch of majors, and at the U.S. Open,
right?
I mean, and at the U.S. Open. So
keep an eye on Taylor Fritz.
He's looking good. It'd be interesting that Bublik, someone coming forward, hitting drop shots, like. There aren't a lot of guys that can just stand and go toe-to-toe with Taylor, but Bublik does have the ability to kind of extend the court. And I guess I said Bublik, so you know that Foe lost. Bury the lead there, but rough one for Foe. Like there's just no way around it. On the heels of Roland Garros, where he was up 2-1 and 2 breaks against Arnaldi, to come here and lose in 5. And in the third set, he had 9 set points and lost the set. It was interesting. I don't know what the final air count was, but going into like the last game or something before we went live with the post show on ESPN, he had 8 backhand winners and 24 backhand airs.
Francis.
Yes. Ooh. So that's 5 backhand airs per set. Like do the math, and that's his best shot. And he rolled over a couple in that breaker. It's just, I feel for him because I feel like he has consciously tried to do all the right things. And what you want for that work is to have those results in the majors. It's been the opposite the last 2 majors. He is normally like one of the nicest, most affable, ready, smile guys ever. He looked hollow when he walked off the court today. Like legit, I don't know that I've seen Francis that legitimately sad walking off a court before.
Knowing he was playing this well, knowing Taylor Fritz awaited an opponent he knows well, but also has just beaten. Bublik, 83 winners.
He had 48 aces.
That's a wild.
He had 48 aces.
All right, so there you go.
48 aces.
Is that right?
48 aces.
Yeah. In a 5-setter. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens against Fritz. But yeah, that's a rough one. I mean, Francis played so well and wins probably the biggest title of his career less than 2 weeks ago. And this one will sting. But we said the same thing after Roland Garros, and he came back pretty well.
Yeah, it stings after Roland Garros. Like I don't know that Foe was a danger to like win or make a final of Roland Garros. He had a good run. Yeah, this surface is a really good surface for him. Zverev beats Marcus Giron. Dimitrov, man. Like, this is the story for me of the first week.
It's great, right?
That's not just news buzzy, but it's feel good. Right. It's great tennis. Beats Berrettini in 5. But also think through the mental gymnastics. Obviously, this all starts a year ago, right? Up 2 sets against Sinner, tears his pec muscle. And it was one of those injuries where I remember I was watching with Brooke and it happens and I go, this is over. This is over. This isn't like a trainer check me out. I go, this is over. She goes, he's up 2 sets. I go, over.
Ball game.
Done. Like it was tragic. You see how much he had a bad run. Works his way back, has won, I think, 6 matches on the year coming into this.
Lost in qualifying at Roland Garros and needed a wild card here.
Yep. So set that stage against Menchik, right? And against Sinner last year, off, closed the roof, comes back after that break. Your body gets cold. Peck. He's had to do it again against Menchik.
Yeah, right.
In the 4th set, closed the roof, came back on. He wasn't happy about it. His points are basically in discuss as you want. Can't we close the roof while we're playing? Can't we close it when we know it's coming? Can't we close it a little bit of a time once the shadows go away?
Right.
Not crazy thoughts.
No.
Not crazy proposals. So he's begged each time and hasn't worked out. Both times that he's come back after the breaks this year, he's lost serve that first game after coming back on court. Both of them. Menchik overcome Berrettini, had to win in 5, but this is the feel-good story of the first week, in my opinion, based on the scar tissue coming in. And now he plays a fellow wild card.
I was going to say wild card on
Arthur
wild card.
Ferry, who's ranked 114 in the world. You have to think he's a massive favorite. And then read out the rest of his draw. He's on the bottom half. He's with Fritz. He's with Zverev.
Right.
Like this is
potentially Kaboli Diminor winner
I'm
to
telling
get to the
you,
semis.
man, like this is not over. I think he will be the heavy favorite against Ferry. Ferry, last British man, it was great atmosphere.
Credit him, court 18.
Amazing.
Like,
went to Stanford, came out, did the whole thing. Like, it beat Zizou Bergs, who had won last week. It was fantastic. I think Dimitrov's class on grass. What else rhymes with that? Ass. That's it. It's going to be too much for Ferry. But like, this is like a real story. Popular in the locker room. I'm into it. He's playing great tennis.
Tennis karma gets it right. But seriously,
Yeah,
but he's
point.
playing. But beyond that, he's playing great. And first of all, is there a more fun? Just some of this is just aesthetics. Just really fun player to watch. Still in his mid-30s, but he's playing really high-level tennis. It sort of makes you wonder why Roland Garros denied him that wild card. But nice to. This is a feel-good story.
I actually disagree with you there. Like, I don't think people should just like, what are wild cards for? It's like he's not a former number. Like the Wimbledon story is because of the nature of what happened here
last year.
It's a memory that is like singed into our brains, and it's a storyline here. I don't think him at Roland Garros has that same heartstrings association based on a recency bias, but who knows? I mean, at that point, you put Monfils in here too. By that line, it's just, something's got to give, I guess, at some point. But point being, we don't have to agree on Roland Garros. We agree that it's a well-applied wild card here. It's a great story. This is like a wild card gone right.
And he's validated their choice.
Yeah. A quarter of the wild cards will be playing in that match in the fourth round. Dimitrov versus Ferry. So,
and Berrettini got one too, right?
Pretty cool. Stat of the day.
What do you got?
Brought to you by Service Now. Are you ready? With Iga going out, we will have 10 years on the women's side without a repeat champion. And if Krejcikova, there you go, the only person left in the women's draw who's won this tournament before, if she loses, we will be guaranteed of 10 different champions every year for the past 10 years.
One irony is we could say, it's grass is fluky and it's best of 3 and that's what happens, except that we have 2 sisters who won this thing 5 times and 7 times this century.
Yeah. Well, and that's the last repeat champion with Serena.
With Serena.
Yeah. That's funny. I mean, that list of 10, think about that. I mean, it's like Barty, Muguruza. I mean, Vondrousova is a different story, but a lot of these players aren't even, Kerber, Koloff, they're not even
great recall.
playing. But I don't know. What do you make of that? Do you think it's just fluky surface, razor thin margins, and a lot of...
I don't know. It reminds me of the great Jason Bateman line in Dodgeball. Do you remember it? He goes, "Fucking A, Cotton." Fucking A. That was the analysis.
They let you do that on ESPN?
I know more of that.
I have to come back here to get my quota in.
Yeah. That's where he gets it out.
I know. Jason Goodall started going in on James today and like giving him shit, and like all I wanted to do was just go full blown blow up, and I just couldn't do it.
Save it for here.
Yeah,
save it for the house.
This is it. Mike, anything else, man?
We're gonna have you guys put in your redraw picks. We're gonna put them up on the website. I think we're just a little tight on time. But sorry, John, was there something else?
No, I don't know. We can save it. Yeah, exactly. You want to do it or you want to save it?
Yeah, I do. Obviously, Serena and Venus didn't get to play. Serena hurt her knee. Apparently during the first set of her match the other day against Maya Joint, and kept playing. Listen, she tried to get ready. They delayed. Originally, when she was playing on Tuesday night, it was like the doubles is potentially going to be Thursday or Friday. So they were thinking it was going to be scheduled Thursday. She bought herself a couple of days. It was not before 4:30. She gave her till 3:45 on the day of the match before she pulled the ripcord. We will see Serena again. I'm confident. Like I think there are numerous things to look forward to this summer with her. I feel badly for Venus. She was supposed to play doubles at Roland Garros. Who know? She's year to year, tournament to tournament right now, right? We don't know when we're going to see her for the last time. Roland Garros, And we hope Haley Baptiste is getting ready, but she had a brutal knee injury. She was supposed to play with Venus at Roland Garros. Comes here. There's every chance, and this is pure speculation. Don't take this as I have no inside information, right? There's every chance that if Serena doesn't play singles, Venus is next in line for that wild card, right? So maybe no singles send-off, plays a mixed doubles match with Kevin, don't call me Lenny Kravitz, and then doesn't get to play doubles with her sister in a big kind of event that had been kind of hyped for a little bit. So we will see Serena again, but this is a bummer for Venus. Like, I know Serena is the buzzy headline. Venus has won this tournament 5 times in doubles. Or sorry, 5 times in singles. Yeah. 6 or 7, 8, a million times in doubles. Like, she is a Wimbledon icon. Like one of the Billie Jeans and the Martinez and the Feds, and like she's there.
Right.
So I don't know. What anything else on Serena?
No, I mean, I know there are plans for her to, I think people in New York, I think the USTA is very much anticipating her playing something, whether it's mixed doubles with Carlos Alcaraz or doubles or all three. So hopefully this knee injury.
If she played mixed doubles,
now you're going to get me in trouble.
Okay, never mind.
I'll tell you a funny one, actually. All right, now that the cat's out of the bag.
Is it?
What I heard. No? Cat's still in the bag?
All right, Just make it known that I did not say anything.
Or we'll save it for later in the summer.
Okay, yeah.
But no, I back to Venus real quick. First of all, she didn't play singles at either, so she had to stick, this is a married 46-year-old woman she had to stick around for days and days and days at the last 2 majors and then didn't even get to take the court. Also, part of this is it's wild card. It's going out there and testing yourself, but part of it is also the reception. Wouldn't it be nice if Venus Williams played on center court and got this rousing ovation and whoever. Sue Barker asked her some questions and got a grand send-off. So some of this is just about giving someone a proper farewell. That's all I got. You had a long day.
That's it. This has been served, brought to you by ServiceNow. Producer Mike, Bueller. We'll see you tomorrow.
I have my dream job, but even dream jobs have not so dreamy parts. That's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what to do about your busy work, they actually do it. That way your team can focus on what matters. To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit ServiceNow.com.